Good evening. Today's date is February 17th of 2018. My name is David Grothus. I wrote a speech on February 13th of 2018. I'd like to share with you what I wrote on February 13th. The title of my speech is, What Are Americans to Do? That's right, the title of my speech is, What Are Americans to Do? Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. It defined the logical reasons to refuse to obey an unjust king. Taxation without representation. Today, our government leaders are failing to acknowledge the established law, which was affirmed by 50+ people signing this document, talking about the Declaration of Independence, in the beginning of the rule of law and a republic. Laws are to be obeyed by every citizen. Non-citizens are to be detained and deported. Due process in a court of law is afforded only to citizens. Non-citizens do not have due process rights. It says in the Constitution, when the nation is invaded by foreigners, the President's constitutional duty to affirm his oath of office is to gather a militia together with all able-bodied citizens to repel the invasion with force of arms. That's right, with force of arms. Abraham Lincoln gathered a northern army by conscription to put down a major insurrection of people who refused a lawful order by the president. Our nation today is in need of a new conscription of all able-bodied men 18 to 50 to put down the present insurrection of all citizens who are refusing to fulfill their oath as governors, mayors, police officers, sheriff deputies, to their lawful duty to detain and deport illegal aliens, wherever they may be. Did you hear that? An insurrection by governors, mayors, police officers, sheriff deputies, to their lawful duty to detain and deport illegal aliens. Now, how is it that police officers and sheriff deputies take an oath, a sworn oath, a legal duty, a sworn oath to fulfill as police officers, to obey the law and defend the Constitution? Now, how is it when the nation's invaded, they're choosing not to defend the nation nor uphold their oath they took as police officers and sheriff deputies? 10 million plus illegal aliens must be detained and deported. Every public employee who refuses to fulfill their oath to the Constitution, their sworn legal duty to protect American citizens and communities from foreign or domestic threats, needs to be put in jail for sedition and perjury. That's right, sedition and perjury. It's called aiding and abetting the enemy, aiding and abetting illegal activity. They're breaching their legal duty. They take an oath to defend the community, and they're refusing to do so by failing to detain illegal people. The law made by Congress, that's right, laws are made by Congress, passed by a vote, signed by the president, must be enforced at all times. And there's no one in the United States that's not beneath the Constitution and must obey the law at all times. Did you hear that? No one is above the Constitution. Not police officers, not sheriff deputies, not the governor, and not mayors. The President of the United States has a lawful duty to fulfill as chief executive. Congress has the sole authority to make law. Once a law is passed by Congress, all citizens and government employees must obey that law. If they refuse to obey the law, they're called insurrectionists. Here are 3 steps our president must do to fulfill his duty and honor the oath he took when he became president. Number 1, remove every single government employee, governors, mayors, police officers, sheriff deputies, who are derelict in their duty to protect their communities. They're negligent of their legal duty. They have breached their legal duty. They are insurrectionists to the Constitution and the rule of law. This is sufficient grounds to prosecute and put in jail each police officer, each sheriff deputy, each mayor, and each governor who refuses to have illegal aliens detained and deported. Their negligence of a legal duty has caused 4,500 Americans to die. More than 4,500. All right, more like 40,000 Americans have been killed by illegal aliens. Do you remember who Kate Steinle is? American citizen killed by an illegal alien who was released by the sheriff's department in San Francisco. Go figure. And that man, Mr. McCarmy, the sheriff of San Francisco, needs to be put in jail and prosecuted for breach of a legal duty, for negligence of a legal duty, for violating his oath of office to the people of San Francisco and to the Constitution. Let me ask you a few questions. Was his decision to release that illegal alien for the general welfare of the citizens in San Francisco? Absolutely not. Was his decision for domestic tranquility in that community? Absolutely not. Then how the hell is he not put in jail today? That's my question to you. They are to detain the President of the United States, to detain and deport every single illegal alien with a 100,000-man militia going from state to state, city to city, and door by door. Did you get that? Number 1 was remove every single government employees not doing their job. Number 2, detain and deport every single illegal alien with a 100,000-man militia. Go from state to state, city by city, and door by door. What an idea. Number 3, enforce the 1952 law passed by Congress, which made it illegal for Muslims to enter the United States. Did you hear that? In 1952, Congress passed a law that prohibited Muslims from entering the United States or living in the United States. In 1952. 3,500 Americans killed in cold blood by Muslims cannot be forgotten. Do you remember Fort Hood? A Muslim killed 10 to 15 American servicemen. Do you remember San Bernardino? Yeah, 15 to 20 people were killed there or more. Do you remember Florida? Yeah, 50 people were killed there. Do you remember Missouri? A woman in Missouri had her head cut off by a Muslim that came out of jail. Figure that one out. Have you forgotten about that? I'd recommend detain and deport every single Muslim with a 100,000-man militia under the president's lawful and constitutional authority. Demolish all mosques in the U.S.A., deport all Muslims in jail, deport all foreign refugees in jail or in the public, stop all welfare and foreign aid now, shut down all television stations and radio stations that are Muslim. Our nation has been asleep for too long. Our liberty and freedom has been attacked and invaded. It is time to wake the hell up and get to work. Eisenhower, Patton, Schwarzkopf, MacArthur would love to have this job. June 6, 1941 was a very good day of leadership, planning, and preparation. June 6, 1941. Tell your friends to wake up and put your work boots on. You have a great day, and may the Constitution never to be forgotten.